Well, the public defender tells me that this is a textbook example of why the government's version of events should not be taken at face value, that this incident that was deemed a hate crime was anything but. Caught on video, a melee in a downtown San Francisco liquor store between a man and a woman after she said he called her the N-word. But now, charges against the man have been dropped after a jury hung in favor of acquitting him.
Her reaction was uncalled for because it did not actually happen as she thought.
Deputy Public Defender Deborah Awolope says her client, Irvin Rivera-Lara, took the stand, as did his accuser, Wendy Drew.
In this situation, Miss Wendy was triggered when she thought she heard the N-word, a word that was not actually used.
Drew tells me she knew what she heard.
So I am disappointed because he did call me N-word, right? He looked at me in the face and said it.
Drew was on the phone with her mother when she says Laura Rivera called her the N-word while walking his dog. The man's attorney says he never used the slur and instead was calling his dog Papas to make sure the pet didn't get in her way.
Misjudged the situation, misheard Mr. Laura Rivera, and thought that she was called the N-word, which was not the fact, which was not the case.
She says Drew confronted her client, who pushed her away. She then threw the phone, she says, at his head and charged at him as he entered a liquor store at Drummond Market. Laura Rivera ends up getting pepper sprayed by a customer.
One thing led to another. And Mr. Lara was put in a position where he felt the need to defend himself.
Drew sees it differently.
And he shoves me to the ground and then proceeds to hover over me to show dominance, hover over me. So when I get up, my reaction was to throw my phone at him.
Awolope has represented other clients in which a jury rejected the version of events as presented by police and the DA.
And that is the reason why we as public defenders really emphasize on the presumption of innocence.
KTVU legal analyst Michael Cardoza says hurtful epithets should not warrant a physical confrontation.
Words, no matter how opprobrious, how offensive, how racial they are, does not give the listener the right to turn it physical.
Now, the public defender tells me that as a black woman, she's especially aware of how hurtful a racial slur can be, but that is not what happened in this case. Live in San Francisco, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
All right, Henry, thank you.